Hello, beautiful. Welcome to my channel. I'm JoDee, and I'm here to reintroduce myself to you. I know I've taken some time off, but I'm here to tell you why and what that's resulted in and where we're going from here, because I'm back. I missed you so much and I just couldn't stay away. So if you're new to my channel, hello, I'm JoDee. Nice to meet you. For those of you who have been with me since the beginning of this channel, I appreciate you sticking around, and I did miss you a whole bunch. Here in this channel, we love to thrift, we love to create, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I did take a little bit of a break from doing videos, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the reasoning behind that and just kind of open up and be honest with you, and then also talk with you about what I've come to the conclusion of and where I see this channel going, and I hope you come along with me. So if you haven't already, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, because YouTube is probably really mad at me right now for not making videos for a couple of months, so I can really use your support on this video. So I stopped creating YouTube videos a few months ago, and what happened was my daughter said something to me that was very profound, and it made me stop and really think about what I was doing. And she was getting ready to go off to college, and she said to me, "All right, Mom, I promise I'll be back. Don't go thrifting too much." And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I just kind of like laughed it off. She goes, "You know you do it because you miss us." And I was like, oh, that kind of like hit home. It was so true, because I do love thrifting, and I do feel like because her and her brother, I have 3 children, her and her brother have been off to college. You know, I've been filling my time in my missing them in going and spending money and shopping. And so I spent some time really thinking about what she said, because, you know, I think it's important to listen to not only your children, but the people around you who care about you the most. And that made me almost freeze. And so for months, I haven't been to the thrift. I know it sounds weird, but I wanted to really take stock in what I was doing and find out what I was missing that made me want to go thrift and get that thrill of the hunt and, you know, finding the new items. And so that led to a lot of thinking about what I was missing in my life. And basically what I was missing is I was missing taking care of myself. And so I've always allowed my children to fill my bucket. Have you ever heard that statement? You know, "Oh, you fill my bucket, that means give me love." So my children fill my bucket. And my one daughter, who still lives with us, you know, that's a lot of responsibility to fill Mom's bucket. And I didn't want to put that on her, so I would do a lot of shopping. As a result, I did stop for a while, and I haven't seen a thrift store in a few months. I do miss it. But I also stopped and I thought about all of the items I consumed that I haven't used here in the house. As you can see, I love to decorate my house. I love to wear thrifted clothing, and I certainly love shopping for thrifted items or even estate sale items. I'm not discriminating when it comes to finding the deals and the good items. But I really put some thought into it. And for many months, I just sat on my rear end doing nothing and just consuming TV and not feeling good about myself. But the new year started to come around, and I reached out to my friend Miranda, and I was like, "Miranda, let's get together. Let's brainstorm about what we want to see 2024 be, and I really need your support." And I'm not the type of person who reaches out for support, so that was a big step for me, but Miranda was right there for me. And so we decided to go do some brainstorming together. We went to this really nice place called The Scene. It's very girly, it's very aesthetic. But while we were there, we talked about how we were doing, and all of a sudden I was feeling like these energies start to flow again. And I was like, oh my God, Miranda, you know, she's who I needed in my life. I needed my friend in my life again. And I had spent many months just isolating myself. So Miranda and I were going back and forth, and she's, you know, really excited about her business goals. And for me this year, my goals are different. They're not business goals. They're so much more, I don't even want to say spiritual goals. They're more health goals, if you'd like to call it that. So I stopped and I thought about it, and I was like, I'm going to have, usually when I create a vision board, I put all the things on the vision board, and I want all the things so that way every time I walk by my vision board, something pops out and I can meditate on it and I can bring it into my life. This year, I told Miranda that I wanted, simplification. I wanted to have just a few things to focus on, not everything in the kitchen sink, because I felt like in the years past, when I looked at my vision board, some of the same things are on there every year. Lose weight, make more money, do something, I don't know. I just would come up with the same things all the time, and you can see them in my boards. So this year I came up with the 4 pillars, and they are going to be physical well-being, mental well-being, clarity in my space, and also creativity. And that's all I want to focus on. I want to clean up my space because it enables me to be more creative. And then I want to clean up my mind because it enables me to be happy and healthy. And then I want to treat my body better because it enables me to be happy and healthy. I feel like those 4 things kind of connect together. So I'm going to show you my vision board that I made, which is so different than the other vision boards as you've seen. But here's this year's vision board. I'll put it a little bit tilted. But as you can see, it's much smaller. Usually I do a big poster board. But this year I just did an 8x10, and my focus word for the year is clarity, because I felt like all of the items led to clarity. And so you can see a nice clean space, mental health and clarity and creativity, and eating right and exercising. And that's what I'm going to focus on this year. So what I've started to do is I've started to declutter all of the thrifted items that I thrifted, that I have not used, that I have not listed for sale. I felt like I was going to become this next big seller, and then I found that I kind of petered out after a while. Although I do like making that extra money, it just was a lot of work on top of a full-time job. And I began to think that the clutter was not worth my mental health. So I started to pile it all up. There's this lady that posted on Facebook that she was opening up a thrift store. And I was like, you know what? I'm your girl. I got you stuff. I've already gone to thrift stores, and I've curated some great things. Come get them. She came and she took about 1/8 of the items, and she said she'll be back, and she hasn't been back. So, okay, with that in mind, I can't let that get in my way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to donate the items back to the charity shops. It's okay. In my mind, I feel like it's what needs to happen in order to provide the clarity, the key word that I'm looking for this year, the clarity in my life. Now, with that in mind, I did go through the items, and I kept some of the items that I know I'll wear right off the rip, or that I know that I can do thrift flips with. So I've decided that this year it's going to be a little bit of thrifting, but I want to do thrift flips, and I want to do creating. I have become a lot better at crochet. I'm learning how to knit. I'm in my 2nd year of knitting, and I'm getting a little bit better with it. And I want to mash up my creativity with my thrifting to create intentional items. So that's what we're going to do this year. I hope you want to stick along with me, because I really have some great ideas, and I'm planning some trips this year. So I'm creating wardrobe items so we could take on those trips. I'll tell you more about that in the future. But basically, that's what we're going to be doing. This year, we are going to thrift. We are going to go to those secondhand stores. We're going to go to estate sales, but we're going to be doing it a little bit more in moderation and creating more, because I feel like it's a great way to inspire you to think about how you thrift and what you thrift and what it can become, or if you really need it in your life. I don't want to be on my high horse or anything, because trust me, I'm not perfect at all, but I'm just hoping that, maybe you can see from my mistakes what I feel like I made, and like how we can move forward and maybe continue the hobby that you love, but do it a little bit more intentionally. So that's what I'm going to do this year. I have already been creating some items and I'm starting some new videos for you already. I'm going to start back on creating consistent videos. However, they're going to be every other week and I'll post them for Sunday. I'm not going to make them a watch party debut. I'm just going to release them because right now I don't want to put pressure on myself to wake up early to monitor the chat and if nobody's there, I don't want to wake up early. I just don't want to wake up early. I love my sleep. That's part of my health. So right now we're not going to make them watch parties, but we will go ahead and start releasing videos on Sunday morning. So please do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I truly appreciate your help. Leave me a comment below on how you feel about anything I've said. I'd love to talk with you about, how you feel about thrifting and how you feel about either consumption or creativity. Do you do a vision board? I'd love to know because the vision board is something I hadn't done in a couple years and I didn't realize how much I missed it. So I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment below. I look forward to spending more time with you. And to all of you who have stuck around, I really appreciate you. You really just don't know how much it means to me. I really appreciate you. So I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.